Before starting today's current affairs discussion through Mindmap, I want a small help from you guys. If you're watching this current affairs video regularly till the end, or if you're following these lectures to cover your current affairs, please put a comment in your the comment box of this particular video. Any comment, not necessary anything, just a thumb or anything, so that I will be able to know that yes, these many students are following this current affairs regularly. So basically what I want is that I want to create a community, and I want to establish one communication with those students who are regularly following, even 5-6 also, no issue with that thing. But I should be able to get the motivation that these kind of efforts are helping at least few students in their preparation to make this current affairs simplified, so that we can keep moving forward, keep moving in this direction to make it better and better. Otherwise there is a lack of inspiration to work more. So I want a small help from you, that please put a small comment, any form of comment, thumb or anything, so that I will be able to know like this many students are regularly watching the current affairs videos. Okay, thank you. Let's move to the first important article, which is related to the India-China dispute in the WTO. See, this article, if you are following regularly, we have previously also discussed in the form of prelims news. Today we will discuss this from the mains point of view. This topic you can relate with the GS3, Indian economy. Two ways it is important. One is that from mains point of view, the question can be asked in the mains in the form like especially with respect to the PLI scheme. And in 2025 mains GS3 PLI scheme, UPSC have already asked on its features, impact and those things. The second thing from the prelims point of view, how it is useful is that there is one agreement with respect to this this issue involves one particular agreement. That agreement becomes important for the prelims point of view. Okay, so let's discuss this issue holistically, so that it will be useful for us in our prelims as well as the mains exam. China has filed the context, you know, that the previously also we had discussed. Actually, China have filed one complaint in the WTO against India. Let's start with the basic. See, you know the WTO, right? WTO is the World Trade Organization. It provides a platform to the different member countries of the WTO to facilitate the free trade among the different countries. Now, India is a member, China is a member, US and other countries are the member of this organization. Now they have the agreement. India is also the signatory of the WTO agreement, as well as the China is also signatory. That means they should follow the rules of WTO. What are the most important rule? The rule is to facilitate the free trade, so that the restriction would be less. There should not be unjustified restriction on the flow of goods and services from one country to another. That's the objective. So if any country is imposing any kind of subsidy, any kind of restriction, barrier and those things, the WTO will provide the platform to resolve those disputes, right? So what China has done, China is claiming India's PLI scheme, that this scheme is against the rules and the agreement of the WTO. So they went to WTO to complain about it. So you understood the context, right? What is the context behind it? It's the issue with respect to the trade barrier. They are calling it PLI scheme as the barrier to the trade. Now let's understand the more holistically this particular issue. India China issue in WTO over PLI. This is the topic. So first thing what we need to know here is about PLI scheme. This year UPSC asked question on this. Sorry. See, PLI scheme, the full form is the production linked incentive scheme. What is this? Production linked incentive scheme. That means this scheme provides some kind of incentive for the production of certain goods and services, goods, because this scheme is intended to promote what? Manufacturing in India. Now, what this scheme provides is for the incremental production. For the incremental production, suppose earlier the production is 100 crore, let's say. Now, if they are increasing it to 120 crore, there is 20 crore addition. On this 20 crore, government will provide certain subsidy in the range of 4 to 6%. It can vary also. So this kind of incentive is being provided on the incremental production made by the companies on different sectors, like this advanced chemistry cell. Yesterday I think we had discussed about the advanced chemistry cell in the context of the present issue only, like on the drones, on the solar panels, etc. Why government is providing? In order to increase the export, employment, as well as the economic growth. Most importantly, manufacturing sector. So we want to increase our manufacturing. So this is about the PLI scheme. Now here you see there is a kind of subsidy being provided by the government to the companies, and this subsidy is the point of contradiction or the point of conflict between the India and China, and upon this subsidy only China is going to the WTO to complain against the India. You understood this much? Yes. Now let's understand what is the law in the WTO which is China claiming that it's violating by this PLI scheme. WTO law. See, WTO actually contains number of agreement. For example, agreement on agriculture, that there is GATT, that is a general agreement on trade and tariff. Such kind of agreements are there. However, in this particular scheme, there is one agreement. The agreement name is subsidies and countervailing measures. Subsidies and countervailing measures. In yesterday's class, I went little fast, and that's why I could not make proper this mind maps. This is the second feedback I expect from you all, that which type of discussion you like more. Whether should I go slow by making the notes in the on-spot notes, which can be useful later for your preparation, I mean the revision, or should I discuss this fast so that I can complete within 30 minutes? See, the confusion for me is that I should finish the video as soon as possible. So in that hurriness, what is happening is that I am missing to make the mind maps. In order to complete the lecture using the mind map, I will need around 40 to 45 minutes. With the proper handwriting, notes, clarity, and these things. So this is the second feedback I want from you, like which type of discussion you want. Should I finish the first? Should I finish within 30 minutes with the rough flow diagram and this mind maps, or should I go slow, explain slowly, and prepare the notes also at the same time? So that feedback also, if possible, please provide in the comment box. Next, let's continue this. So the law which is under the threat here is the subsidies and the countervailing measures. Subsidies and the countervailing measure agreement. This is the agreement which is under the which China is claiming that this particular scheme is violating this WTO law. What this law talks about? What this law talks about? See, this is the law basically, or the agreement. Under this agreement, the provision is that, first provision, what is the first provision? The provision is that any kind of financial contribution by the government on a public body that confers a benefit and it's specific, that has been defined as a subsidy. And if such subsidies are distorting the trade flow, then it is against the agreement, right? So any financial support which distort trade would be prohibited. And as per the claim of China, this scheme of PLI is trade distorting, hence it is violating the law. The second important thing we need to know here is that within this agreement there are three types of subsidies has been defined. One is that red basket, which are trade distorting. Second is the amber box, which can be actionable means like the yellow or amber box means like the these are also the trade distorting, but still with some condition it can be allowed. Third is the green basket. These are the three color basket which are allowed, with this kind of subsidies which are allowed. So within this red basket, these red basket are prohibited, and this prohibition have the two types of for two types of prohibition is there. One is the export subsidy are prohibited. Second is that the import substitution subsidy are also prohibited. Remember this part, import substitution subsidy. Actually this is the kind of subsidy the China is claiming that India is doing, and it is trade distorting. So what is the most important thing is this import substitution subsidy, and this is the issue between the India and China. Okay, so which schemes are under as per the China? One is the PLI in ACC, that is the advanced chemical batteries. Second is on the auto batteries, auto industry, and third is EV manufacturing. These three subsidies under the PLI scheme are being considered as the import substitution subsidy, and it is violative of the WTO agreement. The China is also claiming there are other types of law also which is violated by this Indian scheme. Other is the GATT also. GATT, that is General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, is also being violated, because under this agreement the domestic country cannot treat the domestic product different than the foreign product. The second third agreement basically which is being violated is TRIMS, trade related investment measures, that is another scheme. This is also being violated as per the WTO, because it have certain provision which is PLI have the certain provision which is violating the TRIMS as well as the GATT. These are the issues. Now the question is, what will happen now that since the China has claimed it and they are complaining against India, then what can happen now? See, what can happen is that the first step is that there can be the consultation approach. First there will be the consultation between whom? Between India and China. If they can resolve the dispute by each other, consultation. The second thing is that they can complain to the WTO dispute resolution body. But here also another issue you should know here is that if there is dispute resolution, there should be the appellant body. So the WTO appellant body is also there. However, this WTO appellant body is not functioning since 2019 because of the USA. So since the WTO this appellant body is not functioning, the final decision cannot be accepted. So it will be kept on postponed, in situation of postponed, and so the India will keep giving this kind of subsidy and there won't be the resolution using the WTO. So the best way this issue can be resolved is through the consultation. So in conclusion, what we can say here is that, see, this issue of this trade subsidy and this benefit are complex. It involves multiple legal issues. So we have to see that how it goes. But from the India point of view, we should be ready to defend our stand, because the PLI is basically the benefit is being provided on the value addition, and that value addition may not necessarily be coming from the domestic market. That value addition may come from the other country also, right? So that way India's claim is that it is not violative of the WTO agreement. However, China is claiming it. So this was the article. We had discussed it comprehensively. Let's go to the next important article. Next article is related to the indigenous tribes in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. This is also very important article from the prelims as well as the mains point of view. The issue of Andaman and Nicobar is going on from many days. Now, so this is in the news, but now what has happened? See, there has been a petition in the NGT, National Green Tribunal, challenging the 92,000 crore project, Great Nicobar Island Mega Infrastructure Project. Let's discuss about it. This is the context. So first, let's discuss about this Great Nicobar Island project, and then we will discuss about the different tribes which are present in the Nicobar and the Andaman and Nicobar. So what becomes important here is that to understand the location. See, this is India, and this is the Andaman and Nicobar Island. And in the Andaman and Nicobar, the southern part, this part, you see that the Great Nicobar Island. In the Great Nicobar Island, as you see in the map, this part is the Great Nicobar Island. Here there is a big project is going on, which have the four important, the important components. One is the international airport will be made. Second is the international container transshipment terminal will be made. And third, there will be the power plant will also be made. So these together being called as the mega infrastructure project or the transshipment project. Now here another fact is that what is transshipment? Transshipment means, see, suppose any product is going from here, let's say from the Visakhapatnam, and it's going towards the Singapore, this side. So this route is like this. Let me make it more clear. This route is like this. So this is a long distance, right? So in between, the ship may require certain rest time, or for the refueling or some kind of repair work, or so such kind of facilities are being provided by the ports in between. So those are called as the transshipment port. Currently India is not having any transshipment port, so it is going to be India's first transshipment port, mega transshipment port. Currently we are dependent on the Sri Lanka for our transshipment. So this is strategically very important because of it is at the center of this Indian Ocean region. So from here we can counter China, as well as this whole region is under our can be our control, as well as the economically also very important because it will provide the transshipment facilities also, right? So that way this project is very important strategically and economically. However, the other aspect is that it have the issue with respect to the ecology as well as the cultural rights of the tribals, right? So this is the background of this particular issue. Now let's move to the you understood about the issue and what is going on here, but in this article the focus is on the tribes which are present in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. So the tribes of Andaman and Nicobar, this is very important from the prelims point of view. Now there are two types of tribes are there. One, we can divide the tribes into two group. One is called as the Negrito group, that is the Negrito racial group, and the second is Mongoloid group. So those who are preparing from the anthropology optional, for them it is very important, okay. So Negrito group actually are the four are Negrito groups. One is Jarawa, second Onge, third is Great Andamanis, and third is the Sentinels. Nellis. You can remember this as jokes fall. You must have heard jokes, right? So this can be the shortcut to remember Jonge, Jorwa, Jorawa, Onges, Great Andamanis and Sentinels. In the Mongoloid group, two are there. One is called as Sompin. Second is called as the Nicobaris. Baris. It's not difficult to remember. Nicobaris, since these Mongoloid groups are found actually in the Nicobar group. These are in the Nicobar, and these are in the Andaman. Right? Here, one thing you have to remember. Is that except the Nicobaris, other 5 tribal groups are the PVTGs. Other 5 are PVTGs, not PVTG. Other are PVTGs. That is a particularly vulnerable tribal group. This is very important fact. Here the MCQ can be created. Okay, so that is the point you have to remember. The second fact here you have to remember is about the regulation of this area. Let's cover that part also. This is from the knowledge part, like the regulation for the activity of this in this area. See, this area has been covered under the Andaman and Nicobar Island Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Regulation 1956. So there is 1956 regulation. What this regulation says that basically it prohibits certain activities. Certain activities are legally prohibited, such as like example, like the tourist infrastructure. You can't go there and click photographs. You can't take their alcohol or any other kind of substances which are which can destroy their cultural and their habitats. Recently, a few months back, you must have heard like one foreigner who entered into those areas and took some pictures. He took some cold drinks and those things. So that created a controversy over there, right? So there are some prohibition also, so that their culture, their tradition can be preserved. So here we are following the isolationist approach. We are not following the integration approach. We are following the isolationist approach so that we can preserve their culture. However, the projects like this, there are claims that this can destroy the culture of these tribal groups. Okay, so this is the mind map ready for you to prepare. Like these are the tribes of Andaman and Nicobar. This is the issue, and this is the Negrito group and the Mongoloid group. Let me decorate more for you. Okay, so you should tell me like how do you feel about this this kind of mind maps in the comment box, so that it will encourage me to do more. Actually, I am not getting any feedback from your side till now, so I expect that please provide, so that it will encourage me to do more. Okay, thank you. And today I asked a lot from you, but yeah, that is the only thing which can help me to grow, make better. So that is for you also, so please do it. Next article, let's go to the next article, which is related to the news and the places in the news. This place is recently came in the news, that is the Shahid Beheshti. How it came in the news? India and Iran have recently signed one 10-year bilateral contract to operate the Shahid Beheshti terminal of Chabahar port. See, a particular port, if there is one particular port, let's say this is here there is port, and in the port area is a large area, and here they have the multiple terminals. So out of the terminal means the ships can come to these terminals, another ship can come to this terminal. These terminals handle those cargos. Now here of the Chabahar port is of one port. It port have one terminal which is called the Shahid Beheshti terminal. This terminal actually India will get the right to operate this particular terminal. So it is the agreement between India and China. So you understood the context. Now let's go to see the map. See, here the location is very important, and we will also discuss that from the geopolitics point of view. Let's go to the gradually here. See, what we are discussing here, Shahid, Beheshti, Shahid Beheshti. Okay, Shahid Beheshti. See, this is the world map. This is the world map. Here you see India. Here you see India, and in this western side you have this West Asia. This is called as the West Asia, right? Western side of the Asia. In this West Asia, this particular location, here you have India, here you have the Pakistan. This particular location actually have this this location. Let's bring that here. Here you see Kandla port in Gujarat, and here you see the Gulf of Oman. This is the Gulf of Oman. This is important, Gulf of Oman. And in this particular location, here you have the Chabahar port. This Chabahar port, you see Chabahar port. In here only Shahid Beheshti terminal is there. So now you understood the location. It is in the Iran, and India will get it. And here you have the Gulf of Oman. Here you have the Strait of Hormuz. This is the Arabian Sea. This is the Hormuz, right? Now here why it is significant. See, this particular point, this particular location actually help India to connect with the Afghanistan. You see here Jahedan is there, Jaranj is there, Kabul. So India can connect with the Afghanistan, and through this India can also connect with the Central Asia. See here, from here it can enter to the Afghanistan, as well as it can enter to the Central Asia as well as the Russia, right? So it is very strategically very important, as well as the economically important. Along with this India is also trying to connect this particular location with the international north-south trade corridor. It's also nothing but the connectivity project which can link the India with the Europe as well as the Central Asia. So that way this particular project has the importance. What are the importance? Two point of view. Let's see. One is the geostrategic important. Yes, the location is strategic. Why strategic? Here you see the one port which is called as the Gwadar port. Gwadar port is in the Pakistan. You see here, and this Gwadar port is the component of China-Pakistan economic corridor. CPEC is there here. China-Pakistan economic corridor, and this economic corridor passes through the Indian territory which is occupied by the Pakistan. So the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, through those location India it passes, and it connects the Gwadar port also. So here Chinese presence is there, as well as the Pakistan is there. So if India have the control over it, it can counter the Chinese presence in this particular region. So geostrategically important for the counter China and Pakistan. Also it can help India's influence in West Asia, right? So that is the geostrategic as well as the geo-economic importance, because it will help India's trade, connect Central Asia as well as the energy security. Okay, so it have the geo-economic as well as the geo-strategic significance. It can have the geopolitical as well as the cultural significance, because we will be able to connect with our diaspora which are living in the Western Asia, as well as the geopolitical, because it can help India to become closer to the countries like the Iran and the Afghanistan. So we will gain the trust of these countries, and it will be helpful for us to influence to become the leader of the global south. So from the geopolitical point of view, it helps India to become a leader of global south. So three significance we have covered here. Okay, let's move to the next article. Next article is the CSIR-Aroma Mission. First of all, what is aroma? Aroma are those natural products. It can be the synthetic also. So synthetic or the natural product which gives certain kind of smell or a certain kind of fragrance fragrance. Okay, so these are basically the essential oils. You must have heard about the lavender, lemongrass oil. So these are mostly used in the perfumery, used in the as a medicine also, sometimes medicine also, to make soap, mostly in the cosmetics, right? So these are called as the aroma. Now this aroma mission was started in the Jammu and Kashmir region. See, mostly this aroma mission was started in Jammu and Kashmir region because of its agroclimatic condition, which favors the production of aromatic crops. Now what is the context is that the government wants to extend this initiative to the northeastern India also. See, let's discuss this aroma mission. What is the objective? What is the objective? First objective is that for the production of aromatic crops, which have the utility in the perfume industry, soap, cosmetics, etc. Okay, so objective is to produce more aromatic crop. So aroma mission initially was started in the Jammu and Kashmir. Let's draw the map of India. Okay. So first it started in where in Jammu and Kashmir, this region. Initially it started in Jammu and Kashmir. Now this government wants to take it to this northeast region. Why? Because both have the similar agroclimatic zone suitable for aromatic crops. Hilly region, cool climate, and those all things are helpful in this production. Okay, so this is the article. Some other features. Who is implementing this particular scheme, aroma mission? CSIR. Remember, CSIR is implementing this particular initiative. What is CSIR? Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. So they are implementing this particular crop. Okay. Here let's write some example also that will help us to keep the notes, like the lemongrass, lavender, etc. Okay. Now next, Rashtriya Ekta Diwas. This article also we had discussed I think 2 days back. It is celebrated, the National Unity Day, that is the 31st October, is celebrated as the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. What is important for us is that the contribution of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is very important for us. So here we'll write contributions of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. See, there are some important contribution, especially the integration of India, integration of Indian states into Union of India. As you know, more than around 562 princely states were there, which were integrated by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So how he integrated? He used the negotiations, diplomacy, some persuasion, and sometimes use the military tactics also. In some places, like in Hyderabad, Operation Polo, you must have heard. So through that he united India, right? he was to perform this. He was the first. We can write like the leadership. He gave a lot of leadership. What kind of leadership he provided? He was the first deputy prime minister of India. Also, he was the head of the home ministry. He was the head of home affairs, right? So he was playing the key role in the unifying India and the stabilizing India. Second, he is also known as the Iron Man of India. Iron Man of India. Why he is called as the Iron Man of India? Because he played the key role in the internal stability also. Internal stability of India. Internal stability of India. Fourth is that his contribution is very significant in creation of all India services like IAS, IPS, all India services. He called the all India services as the steel frame of India. Steel frame of India. So these 4 points you should remember, like the integration of Indian states, leadership, he was the deputy prime minister, Iron Man of India for the internal stability, and the all India services. These 4 points you should remember with respect to the contribution of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in India. Next important article is the Model Youth Gram Sabha. Now from the term you should have understood is that it is related to the participation of youth in the Gram Sabha. What is Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha is the local governance system. Gram Sabha is the key body which actually provides the platform for the participation of the people in the grassroots democracy. So grassroots democracy, right? So what actually this initiative is being provided? So this initiative is going to be, see, there are what is the scheme? First let's write the scheme: Model Youth Gram Sabha scheme. Model Youth Gram Sabha scheme. So let's try to figure that. Let's try to understand this. See, this is nothing but the youth are there, and there is the grassroots democracy. Youth and the grassroots democracy. So this particular scheme is basically will try to connect the youth with the grassroots democracy, so that they get the grassroots democracy can help the youth to understand the grassroots challenges and how the governance at the grassroots level works, as well as the youth can also contribute in the grassroots democracy by providing their inputs also. So who will be the youth? These youth will be the students of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas. You must have heard about JNV, as well as the Eklavya schools, Eklavya Model Residential School. Their students will be the part of it, and they will get the experience of the this Gram Sabha, how the Gram Sabha works, how the Gram Panchayat works. So these experiences will be shared, and they will be experiencing, and this will help in achieving the National Education Policy 2020 vision also. It will help in inculcating the constitutional values too. This will help in establishing the social responsibility, value of social responsibility in the youth. And this will also ensure to develop the civic sense, civic consciousness. So this way, this scheme is going to be the helpful for youth to be better citizen, right? So this flow diagram, I hope it's clear. See, the students of JNV, EMRS, that is the Eklavya Models Residential School, that means those youth will be linked with the grassroots democracy, which is the Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, other. This scheme will facilitate this relationship. And the goal, what it will try to achieve is that the new education policy 2020 vision, constitutional value, social responsibility, and the civic consciousness. So that way this article is covered under this small mind map. Next article, last article, is the APEC Summit. APEC, what is the full form of APEC? APEC is the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. See, Asia Pacific Economic Framework, that is they have provided this framework. Now, what is important, what is the context? The context is that the APEC 2020-25 held in the Republic of Korea, that is South Korea, Gyeongju here. So what is important for us here is APEC. The first thing is what is important is members. Second is the origin, and third what is important? Significance and goal, objectives. What is the objective? So these are the three aspects we will cover under this article. Members. Okay, now what are the important members here? See, we don't have to memorize it. See, these many members, you have so many organizations, you can't remember everything. But what you should know here is that mostly the countries of Pacific Rim countries, you see this, the Pacific Rim countries are the members. Pacific Rim, that's why the Asia Pacific, that the Pacific Rim countries like the Australia, China is also member, Russia is the member, here Japan is member, US, Canada, here Chile is also a member. However, what is more important for us is that India is not a member. India is not a member of this particular organization. India wants to be a member. India have applied for it, and India's claim is that India is also the part of the Indo-Pacific. Now we don't see the Pacific separately. This Pacific Ocean is not being seen as separately. The whole Indo-Pacific concept is arising. So inclusion of India, which is the largest most populous country in this region and the fourth largest economy in the world, will strengthen APEC, as well as it will give the opportunity to India to have the better trade relation among these member countries. So these are the about the membership of APEC. Next is about the origin. See, this particular organization originated in 1989. How many members are there? 21 members. And what is the other fact? Headquarters is in Singapore. What is the objective? See, the objective is the economic cooperation. Mostly to facilitate the free trade among members and to achieve rule-based order in Pacific region. Okay, so these are the objectives. So this way, this small I think the slide will help you to revise the APEC in a most comprehensive way, and this much only important. You don't have to cover so much, you have to cover only these aspects, right? So here what we are trying to provide is that only those content which are important from the exam point of view, where question can come, right? So thank you so much. I expect your comments, your feedbacks in the comment box today. Thank you so much for this discussion. We'll see you in the next class. From 2-3 days, this we are delaying this. I mean the content is coming in the next day because of some technical issue. It will surely be resolved as soon as possible, and from Monday or from the next session, it will come on the time. Thank you so much.